Got the under 12 North team. I've been doing this with each of the age groups just because I'm sure you guys don't watch the full video, and just skip it if you do watch the full video. But just going to be quickly, just brief explanation of this La Liga little international soccer trip. It's not just a commercialized big business running a million of these soccer tours. It's direct organized with the club itself, and so it's through a friend that's become a very good, helpful friend. He has been going on these for the last 5 years, taking goalkeepers over, and he said, "Hey, look, we'd love to take players over." And the club would love to see some players, not just goalkeepers. So he said, "Hey, look, you should tag along with our trip." And I thought, well, absolutely. We've been looking to do that in a way that isn't just a commercialized, fart around. It's just, I've been on those. I know what those are about. This is seeming so much more special, where they take you into their club. We get trained by their academy coaches. They then organize games against other clubs and academies such as Crack CF Academy, which is a very well-known and respected academy. And John Gar's side, he's got a couple goalkeepers that have actually said, we really enjoyed here, and they've actually been accepted, allowed to train at this academy and be in that academy full-time, living there and training there in Spain. So it was really, really exciting. He's actually going to come down Saturday, January 28th. Feel free to look at the website. I'm going to hold a little meeting. John actually has a daughter that lives in Adelaide, so he said, "Hey, look, it's a good excuse for me to come down. We can host this meeting, and then I can answer any questions that the parents may have." He just really wants to, share this with as many people because he thinks it's just so special. So, looking forward to it. Feel free to jump on board, have a look. We'll send out some emails shortly. Regardless, on to under 12s. So we're going to highlight a lot because last week we struggled and this week we had a challenging week as well. And it comes down to a lot of just decision-making, desire, and just fundamentals of moving off the ball, creating option, demanding the ball, controlling and passing the feet. Some of the fundamentals we're just not doing. And here, we're just, even it's so static, no movement. If you're not getting the ball where you are, probably go somewhere else. And so I'm going to be a bit more harsh with you on the 12s because it frustrates me. There's just zero creativity. That's a foul throw. Yep. But Corbin, if you get that close, the only way the player can throw to your feet is a foul throw, man. So, if you want the ball, Mackenzie, you haven't moved a muscle. Logan, you haven't moved a muscle. Please, guys, move. So maybe, cool, I'm not getting in here. Maybe I move inside. Maybe Corbin makes a run down here. Maybe I go away, Logan, draw this player out, and quickly come say, scream, and yes, give me the ball. We can't stand to be quiet. It's going to be a long video, guys. It's the movement, the desire to want the ball, getting away from opponents. Should have been a goal. This keeper's a jet. So why not control and just play out? Play the field. You're not going to get through this guy and through these three people. Who are you going to pass to? But also, keeper, just to not put him in the reason we drop these guys off so far is because we need that extra meter of space. So you make him push up. By the time he gets to it, these guys got to it, and it closes down the passing lines. So play to his feet firm. And then left foot out, left foot pass. So cool. Left foot. Could you play even first on Marley? It's a really soft pass. Here. First, you're not getting through them. But even if so, not on. Play out wide where we want to play. Yeah. Can pass still. No, there's nowhere to go there. It's to the middle. Could you demand it now, Logan? You're in the pocket of space. We're so passive playing football. It's so passive. Early shot, early finish. It's the lack of desire and lack of decisions both on and off the ball. It's not technical, but all of you can pass and control the ball. Even this. We've got 2 defenders marking no one. And then there's a free play here. And guys, for this example, Angelo is chasing both the winger and the midfielder. We got defender, the midfielder, defender, not doing anything. Corbin, mark your midfielder. Defenders, mark your striker. Mackenzie, mark your winger. The blueprint's there. Angelo shouldn't be impressing both these players. Guys. And so keeper, put it here. Because then this cheeky fella has to come back, because he's forced to. So put it there. Because this guy's being too cheeky, he's pressing the guy too closely. We don't necessarily want to go to these guys. But we can. But the further you go up, cool, then these guys have to block the passes to the winger. Midfield, how about not stand behind the opposition player and provide some type of option? And then, of course, yes, if nothing's on, we can play with these guys. Corbin, find your midfielder, man. We've got defender and again midfielder, all defending. Like Corbin, find your midfielder. You got 3 people marking the same guy. There you go, Corbin. Your goal. So, midfielder, mark midfielder. 2 defenders, mark striker. So there should be 0-0. Corbin, you're a phenomenal player, but that was your fault. Totally fine. It happens. Mark your player. See, it shows one split second of a decision that was bad creates a goal. Because here, if Corbin marked his midfielder, we can already see he's in a pile of space. He might even get the throw. He doesn't. Congrats, Corbin, you lost. Bang, it's a goal. Where if you were marking him, it would have been straight to your feet, Corbin. Do you understand why I coach the way I coach in terms of midfielder, mark midfielder, winger, mark winger, defenders, mark striker? It's a system that is going to help you get success. And it's a fundamental rule of 3 players don't mark one person. It's mathematics. They'll have more people free. Simple method. Winger, mark winger. Midfield, mark winger. Attack the ball, Mackenzie. Attack it. It's your ball. Don't even have the mindset of this guy's going to get the ball before you. It's your ball. This guy doesn't exist in my realm. It's my ball. I'm going to do a video on a bit of mindset because I think you boys need it. Have the mentality, this guy does not exist. This is my ball and no one else's ball, and I'm having it the way I want it. Yeah, I'm having this goal. I'm taking this play on. It's mine. Not go, he's probably going to get it first. But, you know, he's bigger than me. He might be more skilled. No, I win. It's my ball. Let's go. Okay. Mean. This is what I said. I had a little chat to you guys after in the gazebo. Life doesn't just give you opportunity. You must take the opportunity. You must go create your own opportunity. Go get the opportunity. Go get the ball. Go create the goals. Create the options. They're not going to come to you. Your parents ain't going to give you it. The ball ain't going to be given to you. The defender's not going to give you the ball and the opportunities. Go out and get it. It's a life lesson. If you're passive and you wait and you hope, things ain't coming your way. Go out and get it. Work for it. So it's just, like I said, it's so passive. That's the best way to say it. It's like to throw in. Andrew's getting wide. He's a smart kid. He's done his, that's totally fine. So because we're about to lose a goal right now. So goal. Clearly you don't want the ball. Clearly you don't want the ball. It's so reactive, so passive. None of us actually want the ball. And it's a quick transition, so we get caught off guard. Angelo, that's totally fine. There's not much we can do about that. But also, cool. Defensively, Ali, can you be aware of, okay, I'm not actually marking anyone. Corbin's pressing. Can one of us try to see if we can slide across and see, okay, what's going to be the threat? Who do we actually think is going to pass the ball or get the ball or shoot the ball? And can we try to, once again, be proactive rather than reacting? So, cool. Here we react and we just stick a leg out. Obviously not going to work. So, it's not your fault by any means, Ali. It starts with, we attack so poorly, we don't want the ball when we have the ball. So our teammates got it, we don't want the ball. We just go, oh, someone else have it. And then they score goals. It's not the fact that we defend poorly. We defend quite well, generally. But there's only so long we can defend before they get a goal. So here, zero movement by Logan. Corbin, you're walking and it goes to you and you don't even want the... I don't know what that was. Mackenzie stood there the whole time. It's always so passive, man. Make a sprint. I don't get it. Let me sprint long. I don't get it. Let me sprint short. Let me rotate with Corbin. Corbin, why don't you run down the line? Okay, Corbin's come to my spot. He's left a hole. Can I move into that hole? It's passive. No one actually wants the ball. No one's creating anything. We're just hoping something happens. It's not how football works. We make attacking runs. Hopefully we get the ball or we draw a defender away so my teammate can have more space. If then I make one run, I don't get it, I'll make a second run. That's never going to work, Logan. Are you going to... You're going to beat 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders? It's not going to work. Corbin. Demand the 1-2, man. I pass, I get it back, I bounce, I'm facing the wrong way, so I bounce the way I face. Corbin, demand it. Now you've got the ball because you should be getting it from Logan, should be passing. Now you've got it, Corbin. Now either this guy might commit, so we play through. Congrats, we've now made an attacking play. Angelo runs down. After we all pass Corbin and Logan, we all make attacking runs. Mackenzie's making an attacking run. Congrats, we've now created something. But here, Logan... You're going to beat all 5 of them? It's impossible. It's not happening. Be strong, Mackenzie. Be mean. He's not going to be nice to you. After the game, shake hands, be nice. Here we're playing sport. Walking. It's our throwing, no? Logan, you're not getting that there. Corbin, it's going to be a foul throw if you get it. Mackenzie hasn't moved a muscle. So Corbin, you haven't got it. So now maybe I say, yes, give me the ball. I arc my run. I get it into the pocket of space here. I'm not getting it here, am I, Corbin? So cool. I come in. I've drawn the defender. Yes. Scream for the ball. Logan, cool. Maybe you can, once again, I'm not getting the ball. But yes, scream, ask for the ball and get into this pocket of space. Or at least pretend you're not interested. And yes, I want the ball and come inside and get the pocket of space. Or better yet, bit of rotation. Maybe, let's say, Corbin, you run down the line to try to get the ball. That might create some options. He might get drawn out away. He might come follow. That might give space for Logan to come receive because now this defender's not here. We don't want Corbin and Mackenzie doing the same thing. So maybe Mackenzie runs in behind. What have we just created? A little triangle. We've rotated in the triangle. We have to be creative. We need to create opportunities. Standing still literally does nothing besides hurt us. None of us want the ball. Not in a million years you can get it behind two defenders. Corbin, you're walking, not saying the word. Mackenzie doesn't even realise the throw is coming to him. It has to be better. Challenge yourself to be better. Look at this video and go, what could I do to create an option? How could I get the ball? Should I be flat on my heels and not realise the ball's coming to me? In this situation, pretend you're controlling it and then run onto it, Mackenzie. Yeah? Run onto that throw. It's going down the line. Check your shoulder. There's no one here. Run into the space. These are all decisions. It's about using the brain. You guys all can control and pass the ball. The decision making on and off the ball has clearly not been taught whatsoever. And so that's why I'm trying to accelerate that and kind of putting a fire up yourself. And obviously I could be nicer at this point in time. But something has to change drastically. Drastically. Otherwise it will be too late. Who are you marking, Corbin? He's your midfield. We're leaving the captain, their best player, by themselves. For what reason? For what reason, Corbin? Cool, Mackenzie get it. Not a peep. Logan should be saying, yes, scream, give me the ball. Because what should happen? Bounce, off we go. Angelo breaks wide, now we're on goal. But because we're not talking, Mackenzie's worried about getting tackled by 300 people, which is fair enough. So he can't look up and find the pass. Scream at him. Tell him, yes, my feet, pass to me. My mic's not even on me. It is frustrating to see that you're all technically talented players. Logan, incredible skills. Corbin, incredible athleticism. Mackenzie's got great skills. Angelo's phenomenal. But only when the ball's at your feet. Only when you're training and doing some passing against the wall. Now it's to learn how to play a real game. How to actually help as a team. There's no point learning skills and not doing anything with them. And you don't learn skills to beat 10 people. You learn skills to maybe beat one person or take a good touch in the space so I can then find a pass for my other teammate to do the same thing. So here, should be screaming at Logan. Scream, yell. First touch pass here, Mackenzie. Corbin, then you should already be knowing what's happening, because if the striker gets the ball, what do we know? Striker gets it back to goal, he plays it out here. In this instance, it's come from this side, so we don't go this side. We'll clearly go the other side. Congrats. Corbin's got it. Angelo's fast as lightning. It's going to be a goal. We can get the goals. It's just these split moments and decisions. We're going to see many of them throughout the game. And it then goes to nothing. They now have the ball. And then we're back to square one. The voice is so important because it reminds people and alerts people. If I suddenly shout at you, I'm going to get your attention. But if I say nothing throughout this whole episode, you'll forget that I'm even here with you. If I don't talk, you're going to forget. You're not going to notice me. That's good football. Bad touch. Turning back to goal never works. Same with under 16s. Under 16 players are much bigger and stronger. Doesn't work for them either. You're back to goal. If you're a striker back to goal with 2 defenders behind you, turning doesn't work. It doesn't. Whether you're under 8s, 10s, 12s, or 14s, or 16s, it still doesn't work. You receive as a striker back to goal so I can pass and then make a forward run. So cool. Great pass. I come meet it. You've done everything right. Now, Mackenzie, get on your bike and scream for it. We know the striker's got the back to goal. Corbin come help. Angelo make your run. In that case, Angelo's not on. But what is on? Mackenzie to scream for the ball, pass out wide. After you pass, Logan, what do? Another forward run. It's now 2v1 or 2v0 against the keeper. Another goal we could have had. We can get so many goals. It's these split decisions where we lose it and then we lose momentum. Silly mistakes, silly decision. Logan, you've got the skill. Decision making not there at the moment. Not only this passion is because I care about all of you. Otherwise, I'd go, yeah, whatever. Here. This type of turn, the reason it's so poor, where are you showing the ball? You're literally telling the player or showing the person, defender, this is the ball. I'm turning the ball in towards you. If you're going to turn, you must keep your body in between the defender and the ball. And you use your arms to roll the player. But first and foremost, don't even turn him. But if you're going to, at least don't show him where the ball is. Use your body, keep the ball really in between, in front of you. So Colt, if you're going to receive, outside your foot, left arm on his body, furthest foot away from the defender, control the ball, and then you turn on the outside and keep the ball in front of you. You keep the body keep your body in between the defender and the ball, and then you actually probably see this and be able to play the pass. But first and foremost, don't even turn. Here comes to you. All we know, Mackenzie scream and make the run, sprint your butt off, and get the pass. It's 1v0. There's no defenders. These are the defenders. And, obviously, if this defender was on this side, congrats. Now Angelo's the pass. One or the other is going to work. So once again, we've attacked poorly. Then they had a shot to score. So it's not a defensive issue. It's an attacking issue. It's when we have the ball, that's the issue. Now we have the ball. Let's see the type of movement that we have. Let's see the decision making. So you're never getting the ball here, Logan. So, defender gets it. Wherever the ball is, I need my striker directly in line with them. If the ball's here, I need you directly in line. If the ball's here, I need you direct line to feet. If the ball is here, I need my striker directly in line. Ball here, directly here. So wherever the ball is, I want you directly in a straight line towards the ball. Directly in line. It's so important. Why? Cool. We've got the ball. Corbin, can you present? Totally fine, kind of where you are. Either Corbin can get it, or if you're directly where I want you, Logan, you can come straight to your feet, and then from here, Corbin makes the run, Angelo makes the run, Mackenzie makes the run, and you can bounce the feet. But where you are, it can't be gone to. It's not going to work. It can't be passed to you. So we've got this option. Corbin and you're pretty much blocking each other. We need through, we need left, middle, right. And if we need, we can always switch out. Ali's actually created something out of a bad situation. But once again, I need you directly in line with the player, with Logan. And if you were directly in line, it actually would have gone to you. But you're not directly in line. Wherever the ball is, as a general rule, because we're learning basics and fundamentals, not nuances and tricky things, just basics. Get in line. If the ball's here, get high and in line. If the ball's here, get high and in line. These little decision makings and positioning is what changes everything. Like Ali, he showed great skill just then, but it means nothing if we're all in bad positions. Corbin, you're trying to do too many people's job. Just do your job, my friend. Just do your job. Once again, great skill. We all have... It's a team full of skill. But what should happen? Angela gets it. Logan, scream, yell. He can't see you, Logan. I'm yelling. I'm mad at everyone, not just you. Scream at him. Mackenzie, you're so central. Get wider once we win it. Or at least, as the ball's played, at least scream and get wide when Logan gets it. Angela's a smart player. He will pass and make the forward run always. He's learnt. He's gone to Casio. He's got great training. Demand it, Logan. Use your voice and then bounce out. Then make a forward run. Plays back to you. It's a goal. But we decide dribble because Angela doesn't see anything because he's getting tackled by 10 people. He doesn't hear anything because teammates don't want the ball clearly. Yeah, we lose it. Clearly. And you will continue to not get a result if these don't change. Because this is just the laws of football. This is why we do coaching. Because certain things need to happen to get success. And if you don't rewatch this video and learn from this video, you will never change. Doesn't matter how skillful you are, you'll get to a certain level. You might be more skillful. If we're honest, we're actually more skillful than most of these players on this pitch. 100%. One or two of those players are really, really good. Captain's really, really good. Yeah, great. But they have better decision making at the moment. It's not even decision making, it's just the ability to demand the ball and get into a passing line. Which I guess is a decision to make, but... And the reason I'm so passionate is because you guys can do so much better. In terms of your ability. It's just this, your mental. Wanting the ball. Asking for the ball. Using your voice. Having that hunger. So. Alright. So, in my point of view, covering near post and back post, I understand in 11 side and things like that, you may as well pick up something. But a person free is much more than a threat, because I don't care even if you're on the post, if you're smashing it on the goal, you're probably just going to flinch and not block it anyway. So mark up a player, that's highest priority. And the goalkeeper, anything coming near post, the keeper should just pick it up rather than you clear it out and it goes to them and they score. So preferably don't worry about the post if there's people to mark, because the people shooting are a threat. If they don't have the ball in the first place, you won't need to block a post. You don't need to block a shot if you don't let them shoot. But that's a minor issue. Much more things to worry about. So this option you're providing, Stas, you're just blocking the pass to the striker. So can you provide on the black line if you're my winger? Because then you may be able to get to your feet, but at least you're going to draw this guy a little bit towards you, which will then allow a pass straight to the middle to the striker. And yeah, Corbin, at least try to want the ball. But now, Stas, you bring your defender towards him, you bring yourself, and if you get this past Stas, nothing has been achieved. Because as soon as you get this ball, you're under pressure, you're going to lose it anyway. It's going to be a goal. That's a technical error. Work on your skills, Elijah. That's fine. Once again, Corbin, you're kind of doing the striker's job. Like we want this pass to kind of go to the striker. Can you provide a bit more of a central option? So then if you do somehow get it off somebody, you can switch out. And then if we do lose it as seen, see how we got the striker and the midfielder doing the exactly same thing? That's an issue. Alright. So midfield in the middle, and at least allows the pass to the striker. There might be a passing option to the midfielder, depending on what this guy does. But in this case, the option is to the winger. And then from there, it could go back to the midfielder. But we need to provide different options. So then the person on the ball has an option depending on what the defender does. So if the defender's here, Corbin, you can get the ball. In this case, the defender's here, so winger can get the ball. But then eventually he can get back to you anyway. Or, defender can play straight to the striker. But you're both doing the same thing, man. Alright. So either Ali provides support, or keeper, you could actually come over a little bit and demand the ball. Because here we're just blocking each other, Ali and Max. But Max, can you provide a high option straight to your feet? Because we want to go forward. Corbin, if you make this option and don't get it, recover. Because it's not exactly where we want you in the first place. So I know all of you can sprint, it's just the lack of desire. So we've lost the ball. We should be able to instantly realise Elijah, pick up a defender, one of us. I know Max, it's not your job, but he's about 2 meters away from you, so can you mark up heavily, quickly? So once again, like I mentioned, I'd love to see runs in behind. So our striker should be really high, and if not behind the opposition, or at least in line with them. And remember the rule, preferably, be in line with whoever has the ball, but higher, much higher. So I don't know why I can't draw cross six. So cool. Can we make a run really in behind them? And what might happen, might drag both these guys over, and that might actually allow us to switch over to the other side. Or allows what Logan loves to do, and dribble into the pitch and go score. But Logan, once again, decision making is off par in terms of, cool, you've kept it done really well, but now from here, can we switch up and play up? Or if you're going to turn, in terms of technique and skill, actually, no, you turned it behind your leg, totally fine. Because just like we don't want to turn and show them the ball, we want to turn and keep the ball as far away from them as possible. You actually did that, totally fine. But let's pass the move. Well done, Logan. Great tackling, great physicality, great tracking back, Logan. Brilliant, very smart, really, really good, Logan. Just unnecessary. You hit that with a lot of force. Relax. Either control and turn, or soft little pass, take a touch, use your body, then lay off. I'm not sure if you're trying to clear it or if you're trying to pass. Hopefully you're trying to pass the ball. We don't want to just clear it out for no reason. Otherwise you're limiting yourselves as players. So just make sure we don't ever be reactive in terms of defensive. So as soon as my player beats me, I'm looking to recover straight away. If now Elijah's trying to defend, I'm going to go try to help as well, Stassi. Also, I'm pretty sure these rules you're allowed to play forward if I'm correct. But either way, if Benji gets it, can we play through? Can we play through? Can we be attacking? So rather than going backwards, we want to go forwards. Where's the goals? Can we go forward? So how come the opposition's on the black line we're not? Like, they're trying to get high. We're the ones trying to score. So can you get high on the line but wide? Can you get high on the line but wide? And then can we play through? Play through, get a goal straight away. Look at the amount of space there is. Both defenders are over here doing nothing. You could get up here, Logan, and get the ball straight off Benji and get a goal. Forward is where we want to play, guys. So instead of dropping off, look at the space in behind. If you started here, Logan, straight away, scream and get the pass. Look at it. Stassi, up here, scream and get the pass through. We have to create opportunities. We're waiting for these things to happen. Of course, they're not going to happen. So once again, all it takes is a little tap. If he hears you, I believe it's Logan again, we have to communicate. It's not like sometimes it's good. It's like a part of being a footballer. This pass, forward, it's 2v1. This happens over and over again in our game. There's so many chances we have, but we never get it because we make one silly mistake. And it goes from being able to play out, he's out of position, he's thinking, crap, he's about to get the ball. And now we do too much dribbling, and now it's opposite. It's 3v2 in their favour. We have to help each other make good decisions by talking. We can't play quiet. Once again, high up here, Logan, because you may be able to get this pass through. Or at least if you come up here, Logan, he's going to have more space because he's going to come off with you. And Benji, could you maybe, if Logan's not doing it, can you come here and demand the ball, guys? You cannot get this pass, Benji. Logan, you can't get this pass. If the person with the ball can't pass to you, go somewhere else. And when you go somewhere else, it's not waddle. It's a sprint, demand, get it. It's like the essence of football, like the basics of football this is. Moving and asking for a ball. Moving away from opponents, asking for the ball. So the idea of the pass, Anthony, the idea of these guys getting back is so they can get away from this guy. So don't pass where, the striker is closer than our teammate is. So firm pass straight to his feet. Huh? Not there, Ali. Jesus. But in saying that as well, if you want the ball, Benji, sprint, demand it to your feet. If you want it, Stassi, sprint, demand it. Max, can you demand it? Where can you go? It really should go to you, Benji. Sprint, demand this pass, face forward, now we're on. This is why we had to chat in the gazebo after this match about our lack of desire to create opportunities to help our teammates. It's the only thing messing you guys up. Technically, all of you guys are fine. Positional is one issue. High and wide, we say, Logan. Once again, because then you can maybe demand the ball here. Did I rewind or am I having deja vu? Because same situation, Benji. You're next to this guy. He's marking you. He's having a picnic marking you because you're not doing anything to get away from him. So, I've told you this, Anthony, before. The rule of football: pass the ball to the person who has got less defenders on him. So in this case, there's a defender on the right side, middle side, and not left side. So left side is better. Because he's already ready for you. But still, great positioning, so he's so far away, it still works. Huh? Take a touch, my man. Control. Control the ball, bro. Control. Look how much Logan get a bit wider. Play feet. Logan's got all the space in the world. Control. If you have space, control and dribble. If you have no space, pass. And then move again. If your teammate's got it, move into space, into a pass line, demand the ball. There's only so many actions to take. And these are the fundamentals. Then once we get this down packed, then there's more advanced stuff to learn. This is level 1. move and ask for the ball. So this is what I love to see. That bounce, Logan, was really, really good. See how what Logan did there? We push off our defender. Be vocal for me too. He pushed him off and got a pocket of space. This is like, you have to do this, like, to be a footballer. That's great. That is dangerous, Logan, the way you keep turning the ball into the opponent. So just be careful of that. But cool, because you created the space, you were able to. Awesome. Very good, Logan. Very good. Just for your own little, just in the back of your mind, go, cool. If I don't have space, let me not turn into the player. Let me turn away from him. For your own development. But you've done awesome. They're very, very good. And Benji, could you think about, cool, we've got it from one side. Could we turn on the ball and then go to the other side? So cool. Turn out. Up, and then play out. Rather than going back the same way the ball came from, because that's where the defenders are always going to be. Going the other direction of where you just come from will probably mean there's space on the other side. Lord Almighty. So it's like, I'm not saying you can get the ball here, Benji, but it's the fact that there's no effort to. So the defender's got it. You have to at least try to get the ball. And to try, we sprint into a pocket of space and ask for it. But if I just wander and waddle and wander and wander, you're never an option because the defenders are going to wander with you. And then we've all just closed out the space. So it's, can we sprint and be an option? Can I push my defender like Logan? He pushed his defender and sprinted and asked for it. It's like a must. Otherwise, and I'm being blunt with this advice because you need to make a drastic change. Not go, I think Coach Kyle kind of wanted me to do that. It's like, we got to be doing this years ago, yesterday. Let's get this thing going. This has to change like now. Yeah, Benji, man. Like I was saying, a bit yelled out from the sideline. Midfield, Mike, midfield. So this is a great pass. This is what I mean about. We want a direct line from the person with the ball to where the striker is. So wherever the striker is, we want you directly in line for this exact reason. This is great. Rather than trying to do a step over, obviously control the ball though. Because once you have control of the ball, then you can make a decision of what's best. But if you don't have control of it, you then no longer have control of what you do with it. Cool. So I'm not saying you should have stopped this goal, Stassi. But to be that elite level player and to improve yourself, you have to be watching the game at all times and realizing I'm watching the game. Well, not watching. I'm seeing the information of what's happening because I need to be able to quickly react and make a decision of what to do next. So you're watching. We've now lost possession. We still have no possession. So Stassi, just watch where you are. And cool. Now the ball has gone to the person you're meant to be marking. We've got to sprint our butts off. Otherwise this happens. But also in saying that, if you're in the situation, defenders, there's two of you for a reason, because there's going to be situations that happen like this. One has to go towards him while the other one covers and it tries to either protect you for the 1v1, but also mark the other defender, the other attacker. So cool, Elijah, instead of running away from it, of course what's he going to do? He's going to shoot. So Elijah, you have to go towards and close down his space. Close down his space, and what do we say? In transition, you've done the futsal for years. We've just lost it. The closest player must go towards the ball to delay. You know this, Elijah. We've done this a million times. Just as we lose it, closest defender closes down, slows down, and delays so that my teammates can get back into shape and be marking the people they're meant to be marking. And the rules of defending in twos, Elijah, you know this. Closest player presses. Other one covers Ali. Covering means I'm protecting my teammate for the 1v1 in case he gets beat, but I'm also in a position to press the person I'm marking if they get the ball. So, for example, Elijah's got to press, so he's no longer here. And now Ali, you have to be in a position where, cool, if this player gets the ball, I can go. If this player beats Elijah, I can go. So once again, defensively poor, but also challenge yourself, Stassi, to be a little bit quicker on that transition. It's hard. Transitions are the hardest thing about football, but we can always strive to be better. And so you know this, Elijah. You've done the futsal program forever. Close down, slow down, delay. Well done, Logan, for staying high. So this is perfect. See how he's getting behind the defenders? We want the striker to do that. But also be ready, striker. If he does play short, you have to commit and try to get to the first. But this is good. So either sitting a little bit behind or in between, that's good. So you can either run behind them or get the short. So either a little bit behind or in line with them is always best. Could you scream for it, Corbin? Could you scream for it? Good job. Whoever's our striker, can they scream and make a run down the line for this pass? Angelo's done something incredible in terms of beating a player, but can we provide him earlier and more options? Because once again, we rely on individual talent. So there, that one little moment, Stassi fell asleep and you let him get behind you. So cool, perfect, you're marking perfectly, you're goal side of him. Good, good, good. Fell asleep for 3.5 seconds. They get behind you, you got caught off guard, it went over you, and now your player scores. Elijah, it's just a matter of speed, so I can't get mad because he's just faster than you. But Stassi, the positioning is something to work on. So you actually position yourself very good, but this happens a few times, especially in the transitions with your Stassi. You fell asleep. So cool, good, 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 marking goal side. But now looking at the ball, you've lost him. So that's where the goal happened. Once again, I don't care that these happen. They score, it's beautiful. They win, they score, it doesn't matter. But I got to highlight these things and go, okay. So that's why they scored. And so that's why next time that's not going to happen. I'm not going to let them score like that anymore. Congrats, we've improved straight away. So that's why I have to highlight these things. But I'm not upset, disappointed or anything about them happening. I just do have to highlight those things. I do get upset about the mentality of just no effort. That annoys me. But the decision making, the positional stuff, okay, it happens. We learn from it. But I do get angry and blunt about work ethic and the desire to be a better footballer, the desire to want the ball, because you're not going to be able to change your personality unless someone wakes you up. This goes for everyone on the team. So you heard me say finish first time. The more you let it bounce, the more you got no idea what's going to happen. So could you either control that or shoot it? But you can't keep letting it bounce. So bounce far too many times. We'd never like to let it bounce once, but there's no way you can control that. But that one, you should be able to control or shoot. Good. So this is good positioning. We're deep, so this is an option. But see how they're being cheeky? They're trying to press it. But every day of the week, that pass should happen. Every single day of the week, Mackenzie should be coming and demanding it, or at least when it's coming towards you, you go meet it so no one gets there first. But that's why we set up in the way we set up. Because these guys can't press this guy and mark you at the same time. It's one or the other. So they're deciding to be cheeky. We play through them. Hopefully it happens. Cool. So there I had to keep telling Mackenzie to do it. And so obviously this player is catching on. So cool, we start really wide. Everything should be done much quicker. You might have heard me what I said on the sideline. Can you proactively do it without me telling you? So that's what we want to get to, is you being able to play football without a coach telling you exactly what to do. Alright. Cool. So, we've now seen it went out by the goalkeeper. So it's no longer our ball. So now it should be a transition of defenders tuck over, mark their striker, midfield mark the midfield, Stassi mark their winger. Let's see what happens. We still don't have the ball. 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 It's a goal. So amongst that time, we would expect Stassi, you could come and mark your player. And because this guy's a threat in itself, meaning Elijah and Ali, we want to come here. It's Mackenzie's job to go there. Stassi, your job to go there. Because Elijah can't be marking your player, Stassi, because that's even more of a threat than this player. So, this is a giant threat. So we need Elijah and Ali here. And it so happens to not even go to this player. It goes to the player that Elijah was kind of on. So Stassi, once again, the positional defensively. So if we're to play winger, it's a hard job, man. But if you want to play winger, a part of that job of being a winger is marking this guy. So, when as soon as we lose the ball, it's okay. Now it's defensive transition. Who am I meant to be marking? Let me find them. Let me mark them. Defenders, mark the striker together. Wingers, man on man with winger. Midfield, man on man with midfield. Once again, so many times this is an option. Mackenzie, start high and wide. Winger, start high and wide. We get so many goals like that. We want to think forward. We want to be proactive. We want to stay high and wide winger. So you kind of want to do it, Mackenzie, but you're not committing. You're jogging through it. And he actually does play the pass, but you don't commit to it, and you don't ask for it. So cool. Here, well, even before Corbin gets the ball, you should be kind of on the black line. Corbin gets it. Now, instead of waiting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds to react, be proactive. Create. Not react to what happens. Not go, oh, Corbin's passed it there. Let me now go there and see if I can get it. Nope, too late. Bye-bye. It's Corbin's got it. I see space. I sprint. I call for it. I get it. Now we're on goal 1v1. It takes one pass to be 1v1. We'll get a goal. And it involves sprinting at speed, being faster than the opponent. Alright, rewind that. Lots to learn there, guys. And I care about you guys so much, which is why sometimes I'm more blunt than other times. In this case, you need a bit of a fire in you. This will be a really good watch, because we shouldn't lose to any team in this league. We should be the best team in this league. And we drew, which is upsetting. And we're going to learn why that is the case. Something I've been saying, and we'll probably do it training if we have training. Oh, we don't have training this Saturday. Is either does it go? I'm quite certain you can play forward straight away. I keep forgetting. But can our midfield be really close and support? And then, because we want to be attacking and catch them off guard, cool. Wingers start really wide on the black line and high on the black line. And can we play directly to them? Or bounce and let Jai play directly to them? That would be a way to really get them on the back foot. So we're going to start trying to do that. Midfield, So because we haven't got training, this is training right now. I'm telling you what to do. So striker takes the kickoff. Can he go directly to the wingers into the space? So can I play this pass and know Henry's going to run down the line and get it? Awesome. For whatever reason, we can't do that. Midfielder, can you get it from the striker and then play directly down the line through the gaps for the wingers to get wide, to get down the line? Sorry, but that involves wingers starting on the black line really as wide as possible. So wide as possible on the back line. That will get the game catching them on the back foot, and then rather than us being on the back foot trying to play out from the back, it'll be in their territory and they'll be under pressure. From memory, I didn't like how we played this weekend, and the results kind of showed it. It was very scrappy. We didn't play much football. In terms of, I'm not sure if it was our first touch, we'll find out in this video, but we weren't really playing much football, in my opinion. Some may disagree, but this will be a really, really good game to watch, considering it was 3-3, I believe. See that they're structured quite well. Internet. So we practiced it a lot. So guys, Alex called it. What do we have to do, man? Midfield down the line, striker come to feet, winger over the head. But cool, even here. Chest on it, Marco. Come on, man. But chest, I keep control of it. No, if it's on my chest, no one from behind can get the ball off me. But doing whatever that is, nothing can actually happen. You're the striker. There's no one behind you. You're the highest guy on the pitch. So there's nothing ever going to happen from that. Helping it along, no one's there. Because our wingers are wide, remember. So there. But chest or head. Like we practice at training, where you control your head, bring it down with your foot. But probably their chest. Have to. You're the striker. Hold it up, control it, then bounce, play feet. Well done for tracking back. I don't like that at all. I hate that. So, Cam, Harmon, sorry, you should see that's not on. But also, Aiden, make a direct run to the black line first, then go forward. Or at least arc it way more aggressively. Because you're making a direct line mostly forward. So, ba. But secondly, Harmon, if it's not on, it's not happening. It's really not happening, that one. So, who's got space? We're good enough to play football. So Harmon, your first thought isn't bomb it long, man. Look how much space Alex has. So much space. Even if you play it in front of him, he's got so much space. But obviously, preferably play it towards him. But there's no one on this side, Harmon. Let Alex drive it. We're giving the ball away for no reason. So I think this is what I mean about I didn't like the way we played today. And it starts from the keeper and then goes throughout the whole team. Scrappy, man. We're good enough to play around these guys. We're around anyone in this league. We're good enough to control, pass, and move. And that's how we want to play. And I forgot to mention, so speaking of this group, this is base level 1 of being a footballer. We want to take you guys, we want to do things interstate, overseas, and etc. So one of these things that a friend of mine has been going to Valencia and taking goalkeepers there, but he wants to take players, and he said, hey, look, why don't you bring your teams over? And so that's what we're going to be doing, and he's going to come down in Adelaide on January 28th, and he's going to host a little meeting here. Fortunately, his daughter lives here, so he said, hey, look, it gives me an excuse to come down. While I'm there, I can do a little meeting, presentation about, what are the sort of things that we'll do. So this isn't just a commercialized, like you see it. There's businesses that all they do, the whole job is just to get these holiday traveling tours. Totally just a commercial thing, not very special, not very, it's not much of an opportunity. Here, it's a direct relationship with the club that he's been going every year for the past 5 years. You can, the relationship that he has is very, very strong. I can show you videos of the people at Valencia, sending video messages to him, just thanking for bringing the players over. And this Valencia are going to organise all the training sessions. They're going to organise games with the clubs, including Crack's CF Academy, which is a very well-respected academy in that area in Valencia. And, some of the goalkeepers from his academy even stay there at the moment, training there and being a part of that academy overseas, living there and etc., going to school there, blah, blah, blah. So really, really good opportunity, but mostly good experience just to see the level. So, for example, the Premier League, that's base level 1. We've got to be way better than that. So when I get on to you guys about being better than what you are, it's because we want to see you guys progress way further than just Premier Academy League in Adelaide. We want more from you guys. So, feel free to definitely come down and see what it's about. We'd love to take some teams over, especially under 12s and whoever else. So, feel free to come down to that. Let's get back into it. I don't mind it. Not at all. Totally fine. If you're going to shoot though, Alex, aim far post. To be fair, that was an open goal. To be fair. But generally, a far post we say because if you miss, you'll get deflected. It could be a cross. If you miss kick it, anything can happen. But to be fair, the keeper left it open. That happens a few times too. We get rid of the ball so much in this game. It happens too often. Great work rate, Marco. That's exactly what we want to see. Don't let him out dry. Good. They're actually playing very well. SB2's doing really good football. Really good. It's great to see. I reckon we can do better than what we did this day. Good. Don't mind it. Good. So here I wouldn't mind. Here, it could be a bit risky, but either maybe you can open up, Nicola. Alex, you slide across. Potentially, no, it's a little thing. But we need some way to get out of this this congestion area, and it may be the case of bouncing from one centre back, going to the other centre back, and Nicola driving this big space. Is an option, but obviously we have to do it properly. Otherwise, cool, if Nicola goes, and it's a turnover, it's a goal. So, neither here nor there, but it's something to think about if we feel confident enough to play that pass in space for Nicola to go onto, so we can switch from one side to the other. But what Alex did there, totally fine as well. Totally fine. So, I told you after this, Aiden. But Aiden, man, you're in front of what, dude? You're in front of goal, man. First touch forward. Here, everything's been done right. Right foot, face forward. Shoot, man, you're right next to it, man. Like, that's the difference between where we won this game or we drew this game. We receive facing forward, especially when we be in the state team. Level 1 of being a state team is receive facing forward. So here, we received, first touch went backwards. Way too far backwards. As you can see, I'm an angry man over here. Everything's done right. Right foot forward. Face forward. He's miles away. And when I say right foot, we're facing forward, we take our first touch into space with our body. Bang, we slap it across goal. Should be 1-0. Should be. All it is a one split decision. But yeah, Aiden, man. So you can see what I'm saying to Aiden here. He has to do it. Receive face foot. Good. First touch forward, then slap it across. Has to be done. You're in front of goal. Shoot, score. Have fun, enjoy it. Has to be a goal there. What was that? I hit the referee. Alright, Aiden's done it. I think Henry. If Aiden can do it, you can do it, Henry. So look how Aiden was further behind than you. I know you might be hot and tired, but Aiden was behind you, Henry. If he can make this run, Henry, you can make this run. It's cool here. If you made the run, bop, Henry would be here. It's a tap. It's tap to you, Henry. Bang, slap across, goal. So it's very important. Just commit, make the run. Let's be attacking. Let's go forward. Let's make the forward runs. Let's play forward. But I do know I was hot that day. I love that, Aiden. Hey, open up straight away. So, do you reckon you could just tap it out here? Alex, you have to weight your pass correctly? Maybe you try to. Well done. Good choice, that's fine. It happens. Whenever there's a cross, what we want to see? Near striker, near post, far winger, far post, midfielder, middle. That's what we want to see. Once again, if we want to become the best, if some of you boys are interested in going to Valencia, playing against Spanish teams, you're going to have to be doing these things, guys. Have to be doing it. Otherwise, you're just another player. Not impressive. So many games can be won. So many moments can be impressive. And it's just split-second decisions. And that's what we have to strive to do, is do... What on earth happened there? Is to try to not waste those opportunities. So more often than not, we want to capitalize on those opportunities rather than wasting them. SBD are playing very well, playing really good football. Play what you see. Good. Alex. This is why voice is so important. What pass should be made here? You tell me. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Too many people to get past. It's out. And the rule of my striker is what? Whoever has the ball, I want my striker in line with them. Bop. Now we're on goal. While that's happening, obviously midfielder making forward run, winger making forward run. But Henry, wingers, if you're in space, demand the ball, my guy. Pass. Cool. Striker must be in line with the person with the ball. Forward run. Bang. Henry, after you pass, you make a forward run. Forward run. Forward run. Now we get goals. Alright. So cool, it's either alright, just so it's clear, with crosses and corners, just so everyone knows what to do. If you're playing striker, we're going to explain like this. The close striker, there's only one striker, the close striker to the close post. The far winger to the far post. The midfielder to the middle. If we all do those separate runs, we'll always get success. So instead of this going to the opposition player, you might get a foot to it first because you know where you're running. He's just following you. If you know where you're running, you're going to get the first. So if I know I'm just running there, it's either going to come to me or it's not. If it comes to me, I'm going to get a foot in and score. If it doesn't come to me, well, it's someone else's problem. Probably it's at the far post, it's Henry's problem. Or if it's not, it comes in the middle, it's the midfielder's problem. So, say it once more. The close striker, go to the close post. The far winger, meaning this is the closest winger to the soccer ball. This is the furthest winger from the soccer ball. Far winger, furthest winger to the furthest post. Near post, because this is the close post, the closest post to the ball. This is the furthest post to the ball. Okay, close striker to the close post. Furthest winger or far winger to the far post. Midfielder to the middle. And defender, perfect, whip it in, goal. Alright. Otherwise, this happens where, you know, we're both doing the same thing. You know. Once again, these little things means it's a goal or not a goal. What I'd like to see here is, don't go backwards. Can you make the run? Can you commit to the run, Henry? Once again, I know it's hot. But cool, here. Then Nicola, can you support from behind? Alex, support. I don't mind it, I guess. But that's fine. Striker and midfielder swap, totally fine. But I would like to have someone to switch out Jai. So I wouldn't mind having my midfielder here, so we can switch out. That's okay, it happens. Because now you can see, now we're both doing the striker's job. And Henry has no one to turn and switch to. Do you see what I'm getting at? So our midfielder is the link person in the middle of everybody, so I can link up. If the defender gets it, I can have it. If the midfielder, if the winger has it, I can get it. If the striker has it, I can get it. The midfielder is the link player between everyone. Of course, you can make runs, but then return to your position if you don't get it. These are just minor things. Well done, Leo, for opening up. Really good. So remember, striker go to close striker, close post, far winger, far post, midfielder, middle. Defender, come and get it if you want. So it was really good, but the reason I was saying to Nicola drop off, honestly the keeper could do as well, is just so you have the comfort to get the ball and then switch out to the other winger. It's not always going to be the option, but oftentimes, rather than going into this danger zone, pop, drive, switch, play the striker, whoever you want. So I don't mind this, especially when they're so far away from you, Nicola. Don't mind you getting the ball whatsoever. Good. So, Leo, I want you to try to get more and more away from the defenders. Like, I want you to exaggerate. If you think you're away from the defender, go double the distance. Just because if there's a sticking point in our game, every time we shoot, for example, if every time we shoot it goes here, I want to be aiming here, and then I'm probably going to somehow hit at top pins because my reference point is so off. Like I'm constantly making the same mistake. And then I'm trying to fix a mistake, but I'm not fixing it enough. So you have to over-exaggerate the solution. So if I have an issue in terms of I'm shooting here all the time, I have to over-exaggerate the solution by aiming here, and my body will probably still kick it there. For example, for you, if I feel like I'm away from the defender, can I go double the distance of what I really think? Then that pass is easier. It's cool. See. Because there's no room for error if you're just 1 meter from the defender. It makes it hard for the opposition, for our teammate. This goes for everyone. So cool. A thing that all wingers have to do. This should be a goal as well. So these simple moments mean a goal. So where do we take our touch? We took it away from the goal. Look at this space. Drive, finish. There's so much space to drive towards goal. If you're a winger and you can drive towards the goal, you must go towards the goal. If there's a defender here, okay, maybe I have to go around the defender and put a cross in. But you have a clear line to dribble and score. So once again, we've had more opportunities. It should be about 2 or 3 nil. but we take our touch away from the goal, there's still nobody in front of you. Go towards the goal and score, dude. Yep. Right. There's something I was trying to say. So I was yelling at Jackson. If our winger or someone has in a wide area, I don't mind my defender pushing up and asking for the ball because he can whip it in and have a shot. So don't just sit back and think all you do is defend the whole game. You can get involved and support. When I say hi Leo, I literally mean on the black line. Because then, depending if it goes to him or him, you're closer. And on a better angle, where we're trying to force him down the line. Good. Alright, let's see this works. Internet. Alright. So keeper, very important. You start the attack. So you have to go, look, where's the defender? Is he closer to this defender or that defender? Well, the opposition. Is he closer to our teammate here or our teammate here? You keep have to go, yep, let's work on my decision making. Go, well, he has to run a mile to get to Nicola and only a couple meters get to Jackson. Let me play to this side. That's your decision. And what you can do is pretend to throw there and also and then go the other side. Just like a normal outfield. I fake one way, go the other. Same rules apply, keeper. Because you're putting Jackson in a lot of pressure. Although I think we're good enough. We managed to get out of it like true professionals. Incredible. But just understand the risks. Honestly, it would have been incredible playing out from the back if this touch was better. And then we play where? Where on my striker? On my striker in line with the person who has the ball. We play down. Happy days. So remember, I want my striker in line with the person who has the ball. Directly in line. Should be straight to my striker. As a general rule. So Jackson, scan. This is where you should go. Get close. Could be better. Could be better. Nice pass, Isaac. Mr. Aiden. That's right. We all have those days, Aiden. Had a couple of bad touches. Don't beat yourself up about it. Forget about it. Control the next one better. That's all good. Because you're a good player, just made a couple of mistakes recently. All good. Don't stress. We don't like the ball bouncing though, so as soon as you can, keep it on the floor. Can you control it with your first touch down as soon as you can, as soon as possible? Well done, Jackson. Woo! Look at that, rotation worked. Yeah. So something I'd like to see, I've said to a few age groups, I want my striker in line with the person who has the ball. So we can always play a direct pass straight through the guts. So if the ball's here, I want my striker here. If the ball's here, I want my striker here. If the ball's here, I want my striker up high and central. So for example, here in this situation, perfect. I'd love to see my striker come here. So you can play this pass straight to you, Marco. So if you go in line with the ball, there'll always be a pass to you, generally. Or if not, it probably means that's blocked and the midfield is open for a switch. So I don't want my midfield and my striker on the same line in terms of they're both quite pretty much above each other and below each other. So wherever the ball is, striker, can you get in line with them wherever? That goes throughout the whole entire game. I don't want you cuddling him, but I just want you high and in line with them. So, cool. You're now in line with it and you could receive this pass. And then, for example, you might think, well, if I go here, I'm blocking his run, or either you're going to shift this defender over with you, and it might actually allow for the winger to drive into the middle and dribble in, or pass in to the midfielder who can then dribble in because there's now no defender, because Marco has now drawn the defender out wide. Or, most of the time, the winger can play to your feet, he continues and makes his run, he gets the 1-2 and it's a goal for sure. So striker, get in line with the person who has the ball. And it means you have to move all over the pitch, up and back, wherever the ball goes, get in line with it, more or less. Cool. So I'm screaming out to Alex because I like this. Not always this guy's going to creep over, so oftentimes he's just distracted. So this option back and over or around is awesome when it's on. So I don't mind it, but in this case, this guy was more of I didn't even know this was going to happen. I presumed he was going to throw forward. But even so, cool. Maybe even getting deeper could help. And then as it gets thrown, it bounces, and then it's more easy to take a touch. You're also further away from this guy. And if we also lose the ball, then you're definitely in a good defensive position. So that's why I say, cool, the person throwing it, can the other defender get really, really deep, get the throw, and then switch out. Here, the defender was, the striker was too close to him, so it wasn't really a good option, which is why it kind of didn't work. Great run. Well done. So even if you think it's going to go out, Henry, could you still try to provide an option? Because at the moment, that pass is never happening. So always be a passing option for your teammate. So we can bounce out, play, and now we've counter-attacked because this guy's done, and this guy's done. Always be an option. You never know how you can help your teammate. Yeah. So I wouldn't mind. We always want, when our defender takes a throw on, I want a winger option, midfield, defender option, and I also want my striker as an option. So in this case, could my striker come and receive it maybe here? Could Jackson, you drop off and maybe receive it to your feet? Probably not, but maybe. But dropping here at least will maybe draw this guy away. So it's less of, so it helps Jai get the ball. So always think about your positioning. We're trying to stretch the defenders. We're trying to get so far away from each other that the defenders don't know who to mark and can't mark all of us at the same time. But here, he's doubled up on Jai, but also close enough to press you, Jackson, if you get the ball, which is not good for us. And so for instance, like I said, cool. Can my striker come and receive in this pocket of space? Even though Alex wanted to throw to Jai, in this instance, it would have actually gone to your feet. Because we should have midfield, defender, winger, striker. And here you would have actually had the ball marker. So with our throw-ins, I want all my players providing an option for throw-ins. There should have been a goal. Jackson, when you play defense, drop away. Preferably here, but then you'll probably get the ball here anyway, so you can run onto it. To be fair, they're dropping off so far, so it's not that big of a deal that you get it here. But by the time you control it, he's going to pressure and you're going to panic on the ball. But if you get it here, he has to run a mile, plus he's gone really, really high, and then all we do is play around him, and he has to run all the way back. Ugh. Great cross. We love crossing from wide areas. Who got that? Good. So you know, well done. Totally fine to control that there, Joa. If you can get to the ball, because you never know who's behind you. You don't know if Henry's not there, and blah blah blah. So if you can get to the ball, it's probably best to get to the ball rather than leaving it and hoping someone's behind you. Like, I don't mind a dummy and things like that, but I don't think we're organised enough, and I don't think our wingers are in the position to always be there because they're tracking up and back. So if you can get to the ball, control it, shoot, or get under control, have your shot, whatever you think. Really happy with how Marco's playing. I love this. I love brains. I love playing correctly, playing the right way. He was too far there though. So you should see that a little bit quicker, Marco. If we had the ball, different story, stay here. But we don't have the ball. And that looks like a really easy option for them to play through. So there, could have done you made your life easier by getting closer. That you did a few too many times, Alex. Work on that weight of pass. A few times, cool. All it really needed was just a nice, beautiful little Kevin De Bruyne ball straight to Marco on the run. But that comes with time. That's technique. That's skill. But that happened in this game about 3 or 4 times where if we can get that pass weighted properly on the floor, is generally best. See how Marco's pressing forward. So if the other person plays striker, probably Leo's going to play striker next. See how he's forcing him forward. Pink actually wanted to go backwards, if you see. But Marco's done what I wanted. Cool. The way he's controlled the ball, he hasn't controlled on his back foot. Number one, bad mistake by this player, but it's totally fine. He's learning. And so he's facing backwards and wants to play backwards. However, we're saying, no, I'm going to force you forward. And that can cause panic on that player. We'll see what he does. Cool. He really didn't want to go forward. And hopefully win possession of the ball. Nearly. But we nearly successfully pressed. But still under pressure. It's still not organised by them. They have done well though. But you can see how that play, that defender was like, crap, I want to play backwards. Now I'm not being able to play backwards. Now what do I do? Then he tried again. It was, we put pressure on that player, which is good. So see how your foot's really high off the ground, Jackson. You're going to get pinged every time. If you take a throw in, feet on the ground. Got to be old enough to know that by now. Feet on the ground. Apologies. What you can do, these are like the perfect moments to use a Maradona. If the ball's too far away from you, you have to kind of reach towards it. And a good way is to do the Maradona turn. Where, cool, you put a foot on it, you can leap on it now with your left foot, then you spin out Maradona with the right foot. It's like the only practical use case of the Maradona is this exact situation. When it's a 50-50, who's going to get there first? Maradona spin, pretty much always works. So cool, you leap on it with your left foot here. So that left foot should have been on the ball. And then you twist out, and you would have twisted out, you would have twisted out this way, and it would have been a goal. So if you're ever in a 50-50 and you feel like you can't really get there, but you'll probably get there first, but then this exact situation happens when you're going to get tackled, Maradona, which is the spin. Really good use case. Pretty much the only use case for the Maradona is like when the ball's too far away from you. Just a technical error, that's fine, Marco. He kind of smacked it at you. But on the weekend, what really let us down was our first touch. For me personally, I didn't like the way we played. We can do much, much better. I normally hate kicking it out, but honestly, that's not a bad choice here. You got 2 defenders on you, no real option. You could play to Alex, but in your angle, totally fine. I'm generally against kicking it out because it just serves no development. Because the better players keep the ball. Cool. Are we good enough to play to Alex? Then Henry can make a run, or rather not. Can Marco make his run, get the ball, then we play out. That would be best. But we have to be good enough to do that. And so that's why I say I prefer to practice that and lose games. But in this case, it's actually not a bad choice. But that's why I get onto people for kicking the ball out. Because, well, now they've got the ball, they can score. If they have the ball, we can't score. The best teams keep the ball. And it's hard. But there's no better way to practice than doing it in a game and going, hey, look, rather than kicking out, let me keep possession. Even though we may not be successful, we now practiced it. Alright. Just be careful. Make sure Alex and Jackson, we are just always being like scanning and being aware. So Alex obviously has to commit because he's going to drive. But then as we cover, just make sure you know and scanning, going, okay, where is this guy? Midfield, whoever's playing midfield has to come back here, obviously. Good job, well done. So here, this is just too close. We don't need to be that close, especially when Henry's already pressing. Because now Alex isn't pressing, so Jackson, you don't really need to cover him. So if Henry wasn't here, okay, sure, Alex press, Jackson cover. But Henry's pressing, so Jackson, so Henry's pressing, Alex is kind of covering. Jackson, make sure you know where this guy is. Yeah, makes sense. Because see how this is just doing nothing? Preferably slide across, and even slide across a little bit now, because he's facing backwards. So these are little things you have to be aware of. Okay, where's this play facing? How far is Henry forcing him backwards? Do I really need to come and cover, or is this guy more of a threat if he makes a pass straight through? All these types of things that your brain has to be ticking by. Don't fall asleep, Henry, because it could have 1-2 there. So it could have been bang. The coach even said 1-2. We don't want them to be able to play back through onto that play. So Henry, just make sure you're really careful at who you're marking. You've really let him go, Henry. So that's what I just screamed out. You're pressing the wrong people. Henry, it's not your job to get that guy. It's Marco's job to pressure this guy to make this pass so that you're already on this guy and winning the ball. And then Jaya's on this guy. And so then, because Marco's forcing him forward, his only option is this, or the striker. And we're marking all of them. But now, you've committed. To be fair, he should have gone here and it should have been here to really keep possession. But still it worked because he nutmegged you, Henry. And now we're in danger. And I know we were tired, but we were actually working harder. It's easy to just mark the person that you're meant to be marking. Once again here, it's just a late reaction. Of course, it's hot and tiring, Henry. I get it. But get to your position and mark your player, then rest, then walk. Yeah, you can rest now. You're next to your player. Oh, fell asleep again, Henry. Obviously, you need a sub. I get it. But here, you've turned your back. Your player's gone. The throw's done, and now we're in danger. So make sure, walk backwards so you can see bop and bop. Then you'll be a better player. As soon as you turn your back to the ball, you've got no idea what's happening. Literally no idea. So these little things is what then makes the team and yourself better. And then we can compete against better teams and become better people. Nil. So yeah, this team has to do much better. Has to do much better. We did okay, but first touch let us down. A couple little changes in terms of striker getting in line with the person with the ball. Can we keep possession? And can we make those forward runs? So we did well, but we can do better.